We seem to have forgotten that to tremble before the Lord in His Word and to follow Him in humility and holiness is something that we are commanded to do. Our lives are often characterized more by carnality and conformity to this world than by love for God, His holiness, and His law. And so we're bombarded today on all sides by a culture antagonistic to God, antagonistic to His holy purposes. We're easily beset by sin. We place a low premium in the pursuit of holiness. It seldom is a priority in our lives. And that's why we need to read the Puritans. That's one reason I soak myself in the Puritans. They stir me up to pursue and to cultivate a life of holiness. This definition, question 35, speaks of the essence of sanctification. Comprehensive moral renewal. Comprehensive moral renewal. You see, the Puritans said, as Paul says in 1 Timothy 4 and 5, everything in our lives is to be sanctified. So holiness must affect our private communion with God, the making and the ordering of our homes, the honesty and industry of our work, the friendships we form, the use of our leisure time, our worship and work as members of God's church. Every piece of the pie of our lives must be marinated in holiness. And this is where the Puritans didn't teach anything different than the Reformers, but coming in a later age where they didn't have to hammer out all the major doctrines like how to worship and justification by faith alone, they were able to take the Reformation doctrine about living the Christian life and apply it to every area of life. And so they spoke about holiness a lot more than the Reformers did. And they wrote books about it. They wrote 29 books, for example, on how to live in a holy marriage. But they did that in other areas of life as well. They wrote several books on how to sanctify your work life. So for them, holiness unto the Lord had to be stamped not just on your forehead, but on your entire way of life. And the goal of life was to live holy in holy conformity to Jesus Christ, seriously, intentionally, by God's grace, in every single area of your life.